Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about having confidence in your creativity. For me, it's hard sometimes to be confident in what I create. Now, the reason for that is when I have jobs, I have measurable outcomes, I have goals to achieve. When I was a vet tech, if I did A, B, C, D, I could check those off. I knew I did them well and move on to the next. When I taught college and I had students, I could gauge the room, I could get feedback, I could change how I did it until I was confident in it. With creative writing and painting and the things I do creatively, it's a little bit different. And the reason for that is I put a piece of myself in everything I create. I pack it in and make sure that it's part of who I am. And I didn't realize for a long time that I did this, and it may not be like the main character. It could be something as simple as dialogue or mannerisms or the scenery. And the way I describe it, the way I say it, is going to be based on my subjective reality. And everyone who experiences it thereafter will have it based on their reality, which is a really weird thing to think about. Don't too much because you'll fall down a rabbit hole. But no one has the same life experiences. Two people can sit through the same movie at the same exact time and have two completely different outcomes of it because they base what they are seeing on their life experiences. Their reality is subjective that way. And so you have to know that what you put out in the world creatively may not be received the way you intended it, which can be hard. And then on top of that, we're taught not to brag about things that are creative, that bragging is bad, but it's not bad. Um, I don't think it is. It's really hard to promote yourself when you think that bragging about yourself is bad. And you have to be able to promote yourself, especially in today's world. When I graduated college 20 or well 18 years ago or so, the what happened was you went into a you had a publicist and they took care of most of your promotion, and that doesn't happen anymore. Not like that. Even established authors I know have to promote themselves, and it is really hard to promote yourself when you've been taught your whole life not to brag because no one else can do it the way you do. So you have to have confidence in that. You have to believe in yourself. And the problem with me creatively is that any little feedback I get, that not negative criticism just because they say, oh, you should have done this instead of this, and no, but when people just, for whatever reason, have a visceral reaction and do not like what I create. And that happens to everybody. Even the biggest painters and writers and TV producers. I get this little kernel of a voice that starts speaking up that you're not good enough. You'll never be good enough. Why are you doing this? And it steamrolls itself if I let it. And I have to smother it down with pillows. And I have to believe in myself. And part of that is loving who you are. And I've worked really, really hard to love who I am. All of me. It's one of the reasons I don't wear makeup. I like this version of me. I like how I look without makeup. And if someone else doesn't, that's on them. Because this is who I am. And it has taken many years to get here. And I don't care what anyone else says. I don't. I spent too much time caring. I spent too much time trying to fit into a society and a standard that was never meant for me. And I do my very best, my very, very best creative work when I just embrace who I am and love who I am. And that may not be true for everyone, but it is true for me. And the more confidence I have in my stuff, the farther I go, and it is taking so much, and I still have the little voice, and it still speaks up, and it still says, you're not good enough, you'll never be good enough. And I still have to smother it with pillows and try and keep it down. And I don't know if everyone has that voice, or if it's just me, or if this is something that, because reality is subjective. So the thing I want you to remember if you're a creative person is to create with confidence, to believe in it as best you can. And it may not be the best thing ever, but if you love it, it will show up and it will do better. And also, we have to know our limitations. Like, I do not crochet. I am not good at it. Or knit. There's too much repetition and patterns, and I lose count, and it is a bad, bad thing. I'm not good at organizing. I'm not good at cooking. I've tried a lot. But I recognize my weaknesses. So bragging doesn't have to be, I'm the best thing ever. But, just believe in yourself and what you create and try your very hardest. And I think it shows up. And I hope it shows up in my stuff. Now, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I hate saying that stuff. But I'm going to beg you to please, if you have ever read anything of mine, to go leave a review. Because Amazon bases their algorithms on that, and it really does make a difference. And I am so excited about getting in the next step of this competition, and part of that is reviews, is people, going on there, and you don't even have to write a review. If you just put how many stars you think it deserves, I'm not even going to ask you to give it a 5-star review, because I think that's cheating. But go on and review it. And if it's a bad review, then it's a bad review, and your subjective experience didn't like my book. So anyway, please do that for me, and stay tuned for the next video, and see you guys later. Bye.